Hi. Before we begin, we must establish a boundary. Every individual's personal faith, be it Islam, Christianity, Judaism, or any path of moral guidance, deserves absolute respect. Faith, in its essence, is a personal journey between a human and God. All great faith traditions were built on the promise that God stands apart from the cruelty and absurdity of earthly power. That, when the world is unjust, when the suffering has no remedy, religion is the safe space, beyond the reach of kings and states, where the human soul can rest. The great scholars of Islam clearly understood the separation of God and politics centuries ago. That idea was not a Western import. It was a theological necessity. When you mix the infinite authority of God with the finite and corrupt business of governing human beings, you do not elevate the state, you corrupt religion. But that is exactly what Ayatollah Khomeini and the establishment of the Islamic Republic of Iran did 47 years ago. In this process, the first and most significant victim of the Islamic Republic has been Islam itself. According to official admissions from the clerical establishment itself, as many as 50,000 out of Iran's 75,000 mosques are now effectively inactive. They do not hold daily prayers. The architecture remains, but the soul has moved elsewhere. We have to ask, in a country governed by a theocracy for nearly half a century, why are the people walking away from the mosques? For those outside Iran, the scale of this religious shift is often difficult to grasp because the state's propaganda is so loud. But the numbers tell a different story. Let's start with a simple Google search and ask, why do people go to mosques less often? The search results are telling, and they point to a profound shift happening inside Iran. Similarly, the 2020 survey by the Group for Analyzing and Measuring Attitudes in Iran, known as GAMAN, revealed a staggering reality. Their research, which sampled tens of thousands of Iranians anonymously, showed that only 32% of the population identifies as Shia Muslim. Even more revealing is a leaked internal document from the Ministry of Culture and Islamic Guidance, reported by Iranwire. These reports, based on state-commissioned research, found that nearly 73% of Iranians now advocate for the total separation of religion and state. This isn't just a political disagreement, it is a fundamental distancing from the government's version of religion. To understand how this happened, we must look at the titles. In Shi'a Islam, the word Imam is reserved for the 12 infallible descendants of the Prophet Muhammad. It is a title of cosmic significance. Yet the founders and leaders of the Republic, Khomeini and later Khamenei, claimed this title for themselves. By declaring themselves the supreme leader or Imam, they performed a theological coup. The implication was clear. To disagree with the leader's policy was no longer a civic act, it was a sin against the Prophet himself. By claiming to represent God on earth, They left no room for the religion to remain a safe spiritual space. But the Islamic Republic did the unthinkable. They took that refuge of religion and mixed it with the daily struggles of injustice, poverty, and state violence. When a father cannot feed his children, while the religious foundations, the bonyads, control billions in unaccounted wealth, the safe space of religion is destroyed. You cannot seek solace in a faith that is being used to justify your own oppression. Humanity needs moral guidance. Most people find that guidance through their faith. But how can anyone maintain their belief in a moral compass when they see that same faith used to validate the looting of a nation's treasury? When the IRGC uses religious rhetoric to justify torture, murder, and the suppression of the 2022 and 2026 uprisings, the very foundation of morality is undermined. In under 50 years, the Islamic Republic has managed to do what centuries of foreign invasions could not. It has fundamentally damaged the name of Shi'a Islam in the eyes of the Iranian people and the world. Morality cannot be legislated by a corrupt state, and faith cannot be forced through the barrel of a gun. As Iranians seek a different future, they are not necessarily abandoning their search for the divine, but they are definitively rejecting the version of religion that demands their silence. The Islamic Republic claimed to be the guardian of the faith, but history will record it as its most effective destroyer.